what time is it? 2:26. And it's a little bit warm right now because I'm in a vehicle that's been sitting in the sun. It's actually going to be a warm day today, mostly in the 60s Fahrenheit. And even though my watch is telling me it's 55 degrees right now, some of that chilly February air in, right? I am leaving my kiddos with my dad. I told them that I would get them junk food. I would get them takeaway. If I could get them to fill up a couple of boxes with things to donate to Goodwill, because I know they have outgrown so much. Clothes, toys, books, and their rooms are not large. Getting some things out will certainly help them better organize their space. And also, I may have been binge watching Hoarders again. Just fill up a box. I'll get you junk food. I was impressed though. John actually made a healthier request. He didn't ask for breaded nuggets or anything. He asked for a grilled chicken sandwich. No sauce, just cheese and lettuce. And considering what's usually on the menu at these places, that's pretty respectable. And then he asked for a chocolate milkshake to go with. All the little things add up. All of it adds up over time. It's fine. It's fine. I can deal with this. I'm also going to stop at the grocery store while I'm out and pick up some pork chops for dinner, since my mom is out at an event with a friend. I believe it's going to be an overnight thing, or at least an all-day thing. And I know my dad has got enough convenient foods that he can snack on to make up a lunch and won't harm his diet any. And that is a beautiful classic car. Okay. Focus, Sarah. Alright. Well, this will handle lunch for me and the boys, and then I guess we'll have pork chops for dinner. I'm running on a cup of coffee. So, I should be smart about the junk food, but maybe add some vegetables. The wind's been really bad, so the dust has kicked up and it's irritating my voice. And I've got to return a library DVD that I did not actually get around to watching. It's the first season of Picard. I had set it in the living room, hoping my mom would want to take a look at it. She does like Star Trek. I don't know. I guess wasn't a good time for it. 6:45. I just got done cooking. So I did manage to drop off the DVD at the library. I went to this pharmacy drive-through, got 3 prescriptions, did the Goodwill run, went to the grocery store and got the pork chops for dinner, swung through and got my kids their junk food for cleaning up in their rooms as promised. And I don't fully understand my parents' diet right now, but I have accommodated it. Okay, so I made pork chops. Right? I've got a special recipe of pork chop. It looks blobby because the pan drippings were not well deglazed at the time that I scooped up a bunch and dropped down my pork chop. I've got half an avocado because, well, they're not supposed to be eating avocados. It won't ruin my parents' diet to actually have some. And apparently it's getting very tiresome. So if I have any kind of a vegetable that won't ruin things, it would be a good idea. And for some reason, when I went to get into the vegetable medley that I made for my kids, all the cauliflower in the bag, it seems, came out, and one giant chunk of broccoli, not several small ones. I don't know. There's carrots as well. So that's dinner. I'm tired. I'm gonna watch some TV. It's 1:35. I have slightly more light on right now because I've been a busy bee this afternoon. And I'm gonna show something off. Carefully. This is a standard bottle of shelf-stable lemonade. I put more yeast in here than I needed to, and it has poofed, it has rounded out on both sides. Many years ago, and we're talking like almost a decade back, I was making somewhat natural sodas using yeast. It's a thing. There are recipes, and I wanted to try to do that with lemonade. I really miss lemon flavored Fanta, which they had. I had just discovered it, and a couple months later they discontinued it, and I was devastated. But anyway, the process. Oh, jeez. How do I explain this? The process is similar to making wine and beer, only it's for a much shorter time, so there's really no conceivable, measurable amount of alcohol involved, at least not unless you leave it for several weeks. I put twice as much yeast as what I should have used because I wasn't thinking. And now that bottle's, it's already fizzy, so I have made the lemonade fizzy. That's why there's significantly more headspace than when I started. It smells really good though, with a slight hint of bread baking or beer. I may have to leave the cap very loose to keep it from while I'm sleeping. Although if I wanted to be really safe, I suppose I could go set it in the bathtub, but that would just open me up for jokes about moonshine and bathtub hooch. And anyway, I could not stay focused well enough to watch TV, not properly. I did try to watch Motherland for Salem, which is, I see it on Hulu, and it's made by Freeform, which I guess used to be the Family Channel way back in the day. Why is this all out of focus? Oh, it's probably because of the light back there. I love that show, but they've got a second season out, and I really want to watch it, but I can't because I can't recall how the first season ended. I remember like the first 6 episodes, and that's pretty much it. I'm supposed to get up in the morning and go take John to his friend's house several miles away. And then I guess Bruce has been having a rough time with something going on with a classmate. Yeah, I gotta get some sleep. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos specifically on making fruit wines and mead. And I really did like that strawberry wine that I had gotten, so the yeast soda I know how to do is comparable to actually brewing things. the way that embossing was only a couple of extra steps off of, of, of like pictures I used to do as a kid, where you draw and then you would go over it with glue and then you put glitter on it and tap the extra glitter off. It's just a few more steps. Why do I feel like I could do this? If I decide to make a honest swing at it, of course I will say so. In the meantime, thanks for sharing my date with me.